Hey there, Rebecca. I just read your essay entitled Feminist Approach, Jewett versus Freeman. I really loved your ending with your metaphorical ironing box as an allusion right back to your rabbit image in the beginning. I think that was really, really well done. So anyway, that's a great way to leave. That's leaving on a positive note. Um, let's see. You have good content in here. Your thesis is long and a little muddy, but the basic thing is in this piece and this piece, both authors, and you have no, it shouldn't be apostrophe here, both authors apply their differing backgrounds and contradictory usages of character approaches, that's just awkward wording, feminist messages, and character reasonings, again, no apostrophe, to reveal that women should question their roles in society while also taking action to change that role. Um, yes, you deal with all of that content in that piece, but the thesis is muddy, so it's harder to do it. The biggest concern is the contradictory usages of character approaches. So make sure that your thesis is readable and clear. You may need, obviously you'll be developing each point, but that phrasing is off-putting because it doesn't really, it doesn't, what are you saying? How characters approach situations. Usage of character approach is just awkward. So anyway, the thesis is an issue, but I like how you work to maintain an organization. You start with the differing backgrounds, and then you move into your representation of Sylvia as a contemporary propagator of feminism is quite opposite of Freeman's depiction of Sarah as a woman merely touching on the surface of rebellion and thereby changes the directions of the feminist approaches within both stories. So just a lot again going on. I think if you just pulled out and said, what am I really trying to say? And you just said it aloud, I think you'd have a clearer presentation. Um, anyway, it's just still muddy. So that section for me is challenging. I mean, yes, you're comparing, one's a child, one's a woman. Here are the benefits of using a child, here are the benefits of using a woman. But it's just not clearly developed. And then your next section, let's see. Feminist messages, you definitely address that, and character reasoning. To reveal that women should question their roles. So there's some good content in here. There's just a couple things that could be developed a bit more. Also make sure that every word counts. Here, it's interesting that you take us with this story to the questions about the role of women. You throw out names about authors who shaped future feminist movement with their writings, but then you say, much like these authors, Jewett and Freeman did the same thing with their stories. It's repetitious. Much like them, they did the same thing as, again, a phrasing issue. If you really want to focus on these two authors, go right there, and show how they have made a difference or what they did to make a difference in the movement. So overall, good content, except a little bit of muddiness in there. Your organization moves along well. There are some phrasing issues. Don't it's good that you ran your essay through a grammar check, but as you can see, they're not always perfect. They're a good starting point, as is having other people read your work, but it doesn't mean it'll be perfect. And keep working on your MLA. This isn't MLA. And your long quote isn't MLA. So make the time. I just look at Purdue OWL MLA formatting, and it's so easy. It just has a sidebar, and I go, okay, I'm looking at how to format long quotes right now, and you just pull up, in-text citations, and you see what they do for short and long. So take the time to get the formatting right, so you get those easy points. Because you're working so hard to get the other points in the essay. So really good content. You end on a really strong note. And I look forward to seeing what you write next.